Young adults today are folks that are hungry for spiritual places and communities in which they can be vulnerable. They're folks in their 20s and 30s.
Young adults are people who are seeking a faith that keeps up with the rapid pace of change in their lives.
Young adults are people aiming to manage their life post-college, and it can be very tricky.
It's easy unfortunately, for spirituality to take a backseat during those years, which is unfortunate given that those are some of the times where you could probably use that connection the most.
As a parent with two young adults myself in their almost late 20s now, I can personally see what happens when young adults leave a Jesuit university. Where is the pathway for them to continue to go deeper in their relationship with God? The Office of Ignatian Spirituality really offers that in-between time in the 20s and 30s.
I think what's really unique about our ministry is that we're engaging people across a 20-year age range, and there's the opportunity to learn from one another and with one another while exploring one's own journey.
To me, contemplative leaders in action is really an opportunity to integrate one's Catholic faith, one's life in the public sphere, and to really draw together kind of a whole self.
Participants get to come in and really experience Ignatian spirituality, some for the first time, and some who have been in the Jesuit world for a while.
I think Ignatian spirituality uniquely equips young adults with the tools they need to listen to the voice of God whispering in their hearts.
I still look back at my notes and even the current curriculum to look at the different ways to discern, looking at vocation differently, right? Thinking about vocation as who is it that I want to be rather than what is it that I want to do.
The Ignatian tradition has a lot of tools in the toolbox that maybe they've never been exposed to. Imaginative prayer, contemplative prayer, the spiritual exercises and spiritual direction.
Discernment, paying attention to the movements of the Spirit, individual prayer and reflection, and also the communal element of engaging with God.
To be a Catholic means to be in community with others, right? To think about where two or more of my people are gathered, there I will be. And I think that's what CLA provides. And to really be in communion with Jesus and really seeing how he walked in the world and how he's an example for us.
CLA has absolutely strengthened my faith individually and as a Catholic. Not only do we want to grow as people of faith together, but we're also looking to see how can we as Catholics respond to the needs of the world. That's what I really feel has helped me reconnect with the Catholic Church again in an important way.
Contemplative Leaders in Action connected us to the Church in a very real and immediate way by having our meetings just before a Mass on Sunday. We had the opportunity to go to Mass as a group.
And looking around the chapel and seeing your peers, almost everyone in the room is in their 20s and 30s, I think really reminds them that church can be home for young adults.
And I remember writing down on my notebook, I really want to go back to church, and I want to go back to church with the kids. When that session closed, my husband and I were talking, and I said, I really do miss this, and we got to go back. I feel like it's time. And so we ended up taking them, and we've been going every Sunday, and it feels good. It feels good to sort of be back and to be teaching them about this. That has been just a welcome change that, something small that Advent program inspired in us. I remember the priest saying, it feels so good to feel the church full, right? And in person, and here we are all celebrating. And so that felt really good.
The Office of Ignatian Spirituality and Ignatian Young Adult Ministries are organizations that I think are a model for how the church can engage with young adults. Leaders in the church who are listening to the voices of young adults and are actively discerning how can we best respond to the hunger that is present in the young adult community.
not only do you grow as a person, but you also get to connect with a lot of other young people that are going through many of the same things that you're going through.
And this is what I hear the young adults express, that they're finding people to travel that journey together.
It's a really great way that we're able to build the kingdom of God in a way that is authentic, that is inclusive, and in a way that it really does not exist anywhere else. Really to bring faith life and leadership, work life, all of those things that just does not exist elsewhere. So I'm really proud to be part of this program.
IYS and Jesuits East are doing a really wonderful job of saying, how can we go out and find people? Because we know people have a hunger for spirituality. We know they have a desire to grow in their faith. They're getting to the root of the Ignatian charism and Ignatius's desire himself to go out to the world, to meet people where they are, to engage with people where they are.
What I would say to a young adult that is trying to join us, I would say, come as you are. Come with your fears and your joys, with your hopes and your desires. And you will find with us a community of people like you, with the same yearnings, the same desires, the same questions,